decided to put together a video to put on YouTube to do with Portacaths, and it's for people out there who are thinking about getting a Portacath, or they've been told they need one and they've got a few questions. It's going to be an informative video, so we're going to weigh up all the positives, all the negatives. We're going to tell you the whole truth, nothing but the truth from the patient's mouth. I'm hoping we're going to answer some of your questions, all the usual questions like, does it hurt? Does it stick out? Does it leave a big scar? Can I do things like normal? So we're going to see it from Becca's point of view, like from the beginning to the end, and speak to her a week after she's had her port, so how she's doing with it. And then we're also going to speak to another patient of mine called Louis, who's had this for 4 years, and he can tell you a bit about it like after 4 years' time. Okay, and we actually have a port here. Bethan, do you want to tell them what it is?
Okay, so this is more of a toddler size, so my one might be a little bit bigger, but it's like that, and that goes under your skin.
There are 2 types of cream, Amatop and Emila. I have Emila, and what it does is you put it on for half an hour with this sticky thing, and it numbs it for when the port goes in, so you feel no pain.
Marie is allergic to chlorhexidine, so we're just using saline to wash her ports out.
Told you.
She's getting married.
1, 2, 3.
Good girl. Well done.
Here you have to have your port flushed every 4 to 6 weeks. What does this mean? What does flushed mean?
It keeps it still clean and still working.
As you can see, we have this next to Bethan. Alright, here's our meds. Alright, all our medicines are antibiotics go in here, and then it goes through this little tube. It goes all the way through, okay, up here, and then it goes through into her port, which is right there, okay, and that's how she gets all her medicine. Hi everybody, this is Louis, he's one of my patients. What about when you had your first lot of medicines through it? Did that hurt?
I could feel it going through my veins. Like,
could you?
It's cold, yeah. It's cold.
So it felt cold rather than sore?
Yeah, it wasn't
Okay.
sore, it was just cold.
Was it painful when you had your port?
I was asleep,
Okay.
so I didn't feel it.
So we had it under general anaesthetic, so it didn't hurt. What about when you woke up after your general anaesthetic?
I just felt rough.
Felt rough?
Yeah, felt
Okay.
rough.
So that was probably the anaesthetic rather than the actual port insertion. Do you have a big scar?
Yeah, not a big one, but
Are you proud, embarrassed, or don't really care about the fact that you got a port? Like, what are you going to do when you go back to school, or you go and see your friends, things like that? Is it something that you don't want them to know about, or is it something that you don't really mind?
I don't mind them knowing about it, and obviously when I get changed for pee and stuff, depending on how they support it, they might see it. And if people ask what it is, I'm going to be open about it, but like, I'm not just going to go in and be like, hey, look what I've got.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you feel proud of your scar? Do you feel embarrassed, or do you just not really care?
being honest, a lot of girls say they like it, so that's why I take all my top off.
Oh, so you do it on purpose? Take your top off, show your scars, flex your muscles?
Most of the time.
What were you most worried about when you first were told that you would need a port?
Just the look of it and whether it would stick out and what the scar was going to be. Because that's the reason we're making the video. I looked it up on Google and I looked at videos on YouTube, and it's kind of scared me a little bit. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's a few videos out there on YouTube which aren't quite correct and are made by a few drama queens. So, do you think it's as scary as some of them make it out to be?
No.
No.
Like if you pull a muscle,
Okay.
or if you kind of work too hard one day, you just have to stretch it out.
Okay, cool. So it's like more like muscle ache rather than a pain.
Yeah.
Okay. And is that getting better as time goes on?
Yeah, it's hardly noticeable now. Just
Okay.
a tiny bit, and it's I worked out it was actually last Wednesday, so it's only a week today.
Oh,
since
just
I had
1
it.
week since you had it, and already every day it's getting less painful. Sorry. So Thomas has had his port for 6 days now, and as you can see he is having fun and doing normal stuff and running around.
Thunderbirds are go, 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 go.
Does your port stop you from doing like normal things in life?
No, sometimes it'll hurt a bit, like an ache feeling,
Okay.
and but the pain will go after.
Oh, that's cool. So you can still play football,
Yeah,
you can still hang out with your friends, you can still play your PSP,
Yeah,
FIFA,
yeah, FIFA.
all the usual. He's addicted to FIFA.
Hi, my name's Jackie Francis, clinical nurse specialist in paediatric cystic fibrosis. Like Louis said, you can pretty much do everything with your port. Apart from when the needle's in, you can't really do swimming and very many activities such as sport. When the needle's out, you may be asked to limit contact sports such as boxing, judo or rugby. In some cases, you may be able to wear a form of protection over your port while playing these sports, but you need to ask advice about that.
Bethan,
Yeah.
just wondering, now you have your port, is it stopping you from doing anything that you would normally do?
No.
No.
I like doing gym and things like that, and it hasn't stopped me at all.
Cool. And what were you doing this morning?
Thunderbirds are go, 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 go.
Miss, one more question. Did your port hurt at all?
No.
No. Did it ever hurt?
Yes.
Yes. When you first had it done?
Yes.
Yes, but it's all better now.
When it comes to your scar, I heard that you were talking the other day about the girls liking your scars, is that correct?
Oh, it's not that, because they like scars, so I just,
So you're not embarrassed about your scar?
no,
No,
Not so.
you're quite proud of it?
very.
Good. So when you have a port, then it means that you can go home and still have your medicines, so you don't have to be in hospital all the time.
And I'll be able to be silly.
And you'll be able to be silly. That is true. Okay, one more question. If you were given the option to have long lines again, or have the port, now you have the port, which one do you prefer? Because you've tried both now.
Definitely.
Definitely a port.
100%.
100%. That's a pretty big statement. Everybody that you've spoken to that's had a port is happy. Cool. That's the same for me, to be honest. Because I prep kids all the time, and it's often they're like scared or worried about having a scar and things like that. But after they have it, everybody's always prefers it to having lines.
Okay, that's the end of our video, everyone. Thank you for watching, and I hope it helps you with getting your port.